Hi, my name is Sabria Goldston. I was diagnosed in 2019 of February with metastatic breast cancer. My treatment plan was I had 16 rounds of chemo, I had a bilateral mastectomy and reconstruction, and also 25 rounds of radiation. I just want to thank all of my family, my friends, my loved ones. I thank God. I thank God that I'm still here. I had wonderful doctors. I had wonderful nurses. I had Dr. Del Toro, which was my oncologist, and I had Dr. Menard, which was my surgeon, and Dr. Tandon, which was my reconstruction surgeon. I just want to let them know and their nurses that you guys have made me feel very comfortable in the process. And I'm really grateful that I had a chance to meet you. Due to the circumstances, I understand that it wasn't a pleasant meeting because I can remember sometimes I just was very contrary. So I just thank all of you guys that has been a part of this journey with me. I thank my husband, I thank my dad, I thank my mom, I thank my daughter, and I have a host of family and friends that has really been by my side through this whole process. And I just want to let you guys know that I love you, and I'm getting a little full, but I'm very grateful that you guys stuck by me through this process. But I know that I have another surgery coming up September 1st. But the same way I got through the first, I'll get through this one by the grace of God. So I thank you. I thank everyone that has been a part of this journey with me. And I pray that you guys really take heed to making sure that you get your exams, your breast exams, your colon exams, whatever exams that you need to get, please get them. Thank you. Also, my husband, Charles Goldston. It's been a journey, and I thank you. Even though at that time I really didn't understand that you had to process the trauma as well. So I just want to let you know that I understand that everybody empathy is not the same, but I know now that God has put us together, and I'm grateful that you stood by my side, even though you had some trauma, you had some disappointments with my father-in-law passing away 2 months after I started chemo, but you stood very strong for me as well. So I just want to say thank you. Also, excuse me, I'm sorry. Also, I want to thank my mom that helped me through that process as well. Thank you for taking care of me the way that you did. Thank you very much. Thank you. My dad, you have been so wonderful to me since a little girl. And I just want you to know that I appreciate you. I love you. Also, my daughter, I just want you to know that everything that I did for you was because of the love. And I'm very thankful that you have showed me the love back. You showed me through your consistency, checking on me, making sure that I didn't need anything financial. And I'm just proud to say that I've had a loving support system. Every one of my friends, every one of you, I appreciate everything that you did, from the benefit to just coming to bring me a meal. I appreciate you, and I love you guys. Thank you for being a part of my story. This is my story.
As a little girl, I loved the Superfriends cartoons, especially Wonder Woman. She was so pretty in her red boots and long dark hair that supported her gold star crown. I loved her strength, and seeing how she defeated the bad guys made me want to be just like her. At the age of 5 years old, my mom had given me a Wonder Woman themed birthday party. I remember beads in my braids, matching my Wonder Woman cape, being the size I was at that time. I would make a cape out of the towel, spinning and spinning, waiting for my superpowers to kick in. But they never did. For the next several years, my childhood was faced with some bad guys I couldn't just defeat. From time to time, my Aunt Michelle would help build me up and teach me how to fight my way through the rough patches of my teen years. I spent a lot of time focusing on what I physically looked like on the outside, choosing the trendy outfits, styling my hair, and being creative with my makeup. Being fashionable was a patch to my happiness. In my 20s, when I had my daughter, I promised to do everything I could to protect her from the bad guys in life. She would say I was even overprotective, making every sacrifice to send her to the best schools so she could get ahead. I did what I could to prepare her for the battles of life. As sad as I was to see her go at 18, I knew God had a plan to prosper her while basic training, to start her life in the Air Force. I believe she was being prepared for the fight of life. While my baby girl was serving our country, I was inspired to serve the patients I see every day at LSU Hematology Oncology Department at East Jefferson. It broke my heart to see families suffer the stress of trying to pay their medical bills and unsuccessfully navigate the system of being seen by a social worker. I was passionate about honoring cancer survivors for the last 4 years. Conquerors is a 501c3 created to recognize the strength myself as well as in these patients. My goal is to honor them so they know they are loved, supported, and appreciated. In addition to monetary gifts, a prayer luncheon honoring 10 individuals battling their personal fight from cancer sheds a bright light on those men and women's journeys. I was one of those women who never thought I would battle cancer after having yearly mammograms. Even though I worked in oncology department, cancer was something that happened to some of my patients. But when I casually told a nurse I felt a lump, she immediately informed a physician in the office. 5 days later, I had a 3D ultrasound and mammogram and biopsy, which found metastatic breast cancer. I felt like Wonder Woman again, battling for my life. For the next 10 months, I had to fight back with the Word of God. 16 rounds of chemo, 25 rounds of radiation, bilateral mastectomy, and reconstruction. I didn't have a choice but to process what happened because it happened so fast. I ended up in therapy with a counselor that helped me accept the changes in my life. For the last 10 months, I have suffered pain, depression, neuropathy, not realizing it was mental trauma. Counseling helped me to realize the pain is not always external, but internal. That little girl was still living in me, struggling with rejection and insecurities. Once my mind was free, my body was free. Before cancer, I thought I was my hair, my makeup, my pretty outfits. But suddenly, I had no hair, no eyebrows, no eyelashes. I am not my hair. I am not your expectation of me. I am not my hair. I learned to love myself from the inside out. It was all in God's plan. I never understood why I love Wonder Woman until my aunt brought me a framed picture of her that now hangs in my bedroom. Today, at 45 years of age, I see that picture with a whole new appreciation for her powers. I no longer see her physical beauty anymore. She represents self-trust, courage, determination, and the ability to honor others. Now I see how much I was spending, waiting for my superpowers for decades, trying to chase the happiness that I didn't see until breast cancer was a part of me. Looking back, I now know. Looking back, I can now see that every time I thought I was failing, I was actually spinning like Wonder Woman, gaining strength and power while being in the ring. I stayed the course and I won the fight. I am a conqueror.